Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been subbed to me for a while, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. If you're brand new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. If you saw my first video, or even if you didn't, if you're brand new here and you just stumbled upon this video, this week I'm sharing a series with you guys with a very important topic, or it's an important topic to me. It's all about raising awareness for the less joyful aspects of the holiday season. We all know that the holiday season can be a lot of fun, meeting with family, spending time with friends, or just cozying up next to a fireplace if you're lucky enough to have a fireplace with your significant other. But that's not always the case for everyone. That's why for video 2 of my series, I want to show you guys that you can shine bright on your own. Even if you've lost a loved one, even if you're spending it by yourself, there are ways that you can conquer those negative vibes and still have an amazing holiday season. I also want you to know that you're not alone, and on top of all that, you guys get to enjoy a full face holiday makeup tutorial, so you get to learn how to do one of my favorite and very easy to follow smoky eye look with glitter. So it's a great way to add a little bit of festivity to your face, so even if things aren't going exactly the way you want them to in life, at least your face is going to be on point and you're going to have all the fun of being able to do your makeup, or at least follow along with me. So that being said, I have 3 more videos in this series, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button, the bell right next to subscribe, so you can be notified when I have new videos going live. I don't want you guys to miss any of these videos in this series, so please be sure to turn that on so you can be notified when I have some new videos up. If you're not already, please head over to Instagram at Recycled Stardust. There's a link in the info section. Give me a follow there because I'm going to be posting pictures and short little video clips from this series, so if you don't get the chance to catch up with me here, at least you'll be able to see it over there, and I think you guys are really gonna like what I post over there as well, so head over, give me a follow. And one more thing before we start this tutorial, this video is sponsored by MŌDA brush. I love using these brushes. I pretty much use them in every one of my makeup routines, and all of the videos in this series are going to be featuring some of my favorite brushes and my favorite collections from this brand. If you'd like to check them out, there will also be a link in the info section below, and you can use my promo code Recycled Stardust to save money on any brush purchase. And this is a great way to stock up for the holiday season. Maybe you've gotten tired, you don't want to wash your brushes, get some new brushes. If you're in a rut where you just have a whole bunch of brushes you have to wash and you don't want to wash them, at least MŌDA brushes are super affordable. You can just replace them with some new brushes. They also make great stocking stuffers, or they're a great way to start expanding your brush collection so you have a few different brushes for your makeup looks. All the brushes I'm using in this video will be in the info section below along with shoppable links, so you can easily click and find exactly which brushes that I used in this video along with all the other makeup items. So with all that out of the way, let's have some fun and start this tutorial. I'm starting this look with the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. Now, just like in my other video, I do not always like using the included applicator, even if it's attached to the product. So I'm going to scoot up a little bit of the concealer. You can see it here. And I'm going to be using the Royal & Langnickel MŌDA Triad Concealer Brush BMD 211. I'm going to apply a little bit of this to both my eyelids because I really want to evenly coat both of them. What I love about this brush is because it's triangular, I'm really able to get into the inner corner of my eye and still have control without getting any of the product in my actual eye. I'm also really able to get underneath the brow, which is really helpful when defining your underbrow area. Very easy to control. As you heard in the introduction, this video is all about tackling feelings of loneliness during the holiday season. And my first tip to you guys, and I'm going to start early in this routine, is that being alone doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. Whether you live far away from family and friends, maybe you're dorming, or you just live far away from your family and friends because of work. Maybe you're single. Maybe your friends are all with their families. Or maybe you're just not up for spending time with other people. Sometimes we get into these ruts during the holiday season where we just want to be alone, but at the same time we don't like being alone. The holiday seasons can stir up a whole lot of emotions. The best thing you can do is give yourself something to look forward to. Cook your favorite holiday meal. Order your favorite takeout. Finish a project you've been working on. Binge watch your favorite TV show. Dance around your house, your apartment, your space naked to your favorite music. If you make the most out of your you time, it won't feel so lonely. With that being said, we're going to start this eye look. The reason why I wanted to give you my little bit of advice first is because the shadow names in this palette are so super appropriate that I was like, let me just give you guys that advice beforehand. So this is the Makeup Revolution. This is the Jewel Collection, and this is in the palette Opulent. So this palette has a whole bunch of shimmery shades on top, as well as your regular shadows below, but they're all kind of regular shadows, just the top ones are uber creamy. So what I love about these shades is that even though this palette is for the holiday season, this palette recognizes that not everybody has a great time during the holiday season. So for that reason, I'm going to be using the shades MŌDA and Alone in this look, as well as the shade Love Note, which is another thing you can do. Write some letters to your loved one. The art of letter writing it's so much fun. It's so much more romantic, so much nicer than just getting an email. So your you time could be spent in such an amazing way. Don't look at it as a negative thing. So I'm gonna start this look using the Royal Nickel. This is the eye shader brush. This is number BMD466. What I love about these brushes, especially these MŌDA brushes, is that they have an amazing amazing rubbery grip. So if you're like me and you drop everything, these are gonna feel amazing in your hand. So I'm going into the shade MŌDA right here because, you know, we can all feel moody at the holiday season. I know me, like, as soon as it gets to Christmas, I'm like, I don't know, my mood just shifts. And I'm like, because usually when it comes to the holiday season, you know, all my family is in Canada. So I don't really get to see too much of my family around the holiday season. And you know, it can be hard, but I've learned over the years that when you give yourself something to look forward to, even if it's just like for me personally on Christmas Eve, I always make like the Feast of the Seven Fishes, and I always look forward to it every year, whether I'm alone or not. So as you can see, this brush is easily blending out the shade MŌDA. I love that I put the concealer under it because it really helps the shade to pop, and it also prevents your makeup from looking too splotchy, because sometimes even the best shadow can become a little bit sheer as you build it up because you keep wiping it off slightly. So this is the shade MŌDA. It's all over my crease. Now since we're going to be doing a smoky eye, I'm going to bring it down just a little bit further, and I'm going to be dragging it right towards my lower lash line. Usually I do this at the end, but because this is a smoky eye look, we can use the same brush, and we can use it right now just to bring the shade slightly down into that area, so it really brings the smoky eye look complete. This eye shader brush has the perfect dome tip that you can get that precision below. You can be able to pack on your shadow. You're going to be able to pack on that shadow. You're going to be able to use it on the lower lash line. You're going to be able to have that precision in the crease. This is one of my favorite brushes because it's so multi-use on the eye. I can pretty much do a whole eye look using just this eye shader brush from MŌDA. So now on the lid itself, I'm going to be using the shade Alone, and I'm going to be going back in with the eye shader brush into the shade Alone. Now, unlike the way I sweeped on MŌDA, unlike the way I was very light with MŌDA, for this shade, I'm going to really kind of press the shadow into my lid, and I'm only doing the outer part of the lid because the inside is going to be just a little bit lighter. Now, if you notice, these shades are very, very similar. It's just a slightly lighter shade, and if you notice, it's giving me a little bit of fallout here, so you want to be careful with this shade. So now I'm going to be using the Royal Nickel MŌDA fan brush. This is BMD 300 because I'm just going to whisk away all of that fallout. So while this brush is perfect for highlight, it's also great for just brushing away some of that fallout This is another reason why I did my eyeshadow before I did my foundation. So using a small concealer brush, I'm going to be applying the shade Love Note. Now the reason why I'm using a small concealer brush is because I have hooded eyelids and I just want to apply to this small section here. So the smaller flat dome tip brush, this is really going to help pick up that creamy pigmentation and really deposit it exactly where I want it. My second bit of advice to you guys is that if you've recently lost someone, whether it be a relationship, a friend, a death in the family, it can really take a lot of that like holly jolly just fun out of the holiday. It could definitely make you feel really down. I lost my grandmother 2 Christmases ago, like right before Christmas, and I could tell you it was one of the worst times of my life. With that being said, while it may hurt, especially more so because of the season, don't let your mind stew on it. That's my biggest advice to you guys, is just don't let yourself dwell in it. Take yourself out, go for a walk, grab a cup of coffee, just do something that lifts your spirits. For me personally, being able to do my makeup and kind of escape into being creative and being able to just have fun with makeup really helped me personally. But if you can do anything, even if it's creative or not, anything to get your mind off of that loss is definitely going to help you during the holiday season. If you're able to meet up with loved ones, write a love note, or even just meet up with your friends. Chatting, talking, just makes a world of difference. So what I'm doing is I'm applying Love Note. As you can see, it's incredibly creamy, and that's why I love this small concealer brush from Royal & Nickel, and I'm getting it right there, and I'm going to bring it very softly to the center of the lid. I'm not doing a full cut crease. I'm not doing a full shimmer lid. I just want to do half. And this kind of reminds me of how you feel when you lose someone. You kind of feel half empty. It kind of feels like half your light is taken out. But that doesn't mean that there's not half that beauty, half that shimmer, half that sparkle still left in you. And that's what you have to focus on. Don't focus on MŌDA and alone. Focus on Love Note. Focus on the positivity and focus on how much light you still have in you. Focus on that light, focus on the glass half full, focus on the good things that are going on, and you're going to have a much better positive mental outlook during the holiday season. So think of it as this shimmery side. You will feel much better. So I love the way that really contrasts with the rest of the look. And again, this brush, and again, this little concealer brush is so perfect for doing cut crease looks, for getting in the inner corner of the eye, and even applying a little bit of shimmer to the lower lash line. And it's excellent for applying any creamy shades. I'm not sure I would use it with a liquid, but I would definitely use this with powders, creams, gels, anything that has like a slightly moist texture. This is going to work really well with. Be adding Heavy Metals by Urban Decay in Midnight Cowboy. I'm going to be applying just a little bit to the shade Love Bite that I've already applied on the inner corner of my lid, well, the inner portion of my lid. And I love how this adds just a little bit of sparkle, and I love how this adds just a little bit of sparkle to this holiday look. And again, it just reminds me, and I hope it reminds you, that no matter what darkness you have in your life, life tends to be a lot about perspective and how you view things, and if you view things from a negative viewpoint, you're going to get trapped in it. Now from the MŌDA Prismatic line, I'm going to be using the angled eyeliner, and I'm going to be dipping it into the Tarte. This is the Tarteist liner. So I don't often do my eyeliner on camera, just because ever since I went blind 2 years ago, a year and a half ago actually, it's been really hard for me to do my liner. I get through it, but what makes it easier is that I have really good grip using this brush, because it has... What makes it easier is, if you notice, this brush has a little bit of indentations on it, and basically that helps me have a really good grip so I can really control where the liner's going. So if you feel like, oh, you know, doing gel liner or doing any kind of freehand liner is scary, maybe you just don't have the right brush for it, because it makes a world of difference. Now in the waterline, I'm going to be applying a little bit of Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Double Life. So off camera I applied my lashes, which are Huda Beauty. These are Jade. And now I'm going to be doing my face routine, which starts with the CoverGirl. This is the True Blend Base Business Pore Mineralizing Primer. To apply this, I'm going to be using the MŌDA Prismatic. This is the stippler brush. And I love using this brush to apply my primers just because it really helps to get an even application. Now this has a little bit of a lavender base, so it's really going to help to prevent skin from looking dull. And that brings me to my third piece of advice for you guys, is that if you are feeling sad because you've lost a loved one, or because you feel sad that you're alone, don't be afraid to have a good cry, and never ever feel pressured to feel alright. Did you guys know that crying actually delivers mood boosters to your brain? Tears that are produced by stress actually help the body to rid itself of cortisol, which is the stress hormone. Several of the chemicals that are present in emotional crying include the protein prolactin, adrenocorticotropic hormones, and endorphins. There's one, it's a really long name. I can't even say it, I'm not even going to try. My point is that all of these reduce pain. So if you gotta cry, girl, guy, cry it out. Don't be ashamed, embarrassed, or ever feel weak. Crying helps your body cope. And I think it's something important because not everybody is told that crying is okay. So now if I'm gonna be crying this holiday season, I want to make sure that my concealer is gonna stay put through it. Not that I'm hoping to cry, but if it does happen, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl. This is the same CoverGirl product we used on the eyes, and this is the Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I'm going to do some dots on below my eye. Unlike applying it to the brush, I'm going to put some dots on. I'm also going to apply a little bit to the center of my nose. Now using the same MŌDA brush from before, this is the Triad Concealer brush, I'm going to be blending out all of that concealer and making sure to conceal all those dark circles. You want to blend this almost like a triangle, otherwise you're going to wind up with reverse raccoon and it's going to look like you have a lot of whiteness. You're going to look like you're going to have a lot of white underneath your eyes. I feel like this also helps to kind of clear up if you've had any fallout on your face. Even though we use the fan brush, sometimes a little bit still remains. This really helps to clear it up, and it also helps to take care of those dark circles or any puffiness you may be having underneath the eye. I also love this brush because it has that triangular shape. It's perfect for defining the nose area, whether you're applying concealer to the sides or just applying your whether you're applying contour to the sides of the nose or you're applying just your concealer to the center. So for my foundation, I'm going with CoverGirl. This is the True Blend Matte Made, and I'm going to be using the shade T40 Sun Beige. To apply it, I'm going to be using the Royal & Langnickel. This is the Angled Foundation Brush BMD 230. A little bit goes a long way, so I'm just going to apply a very small amount to my brush. Apply some dots and blend. Now with this brush, I like to blend the product downwards because it really helps to make an even application. And I blend it, of course, into the neck. This is one of my favorite brushes because unlike other concealer brushes that are flat, I love the angle tip because it's perfect for applying in small areas like around the, it's perfect for applying in small areas like around the lips, around the nose area, because I don't want to get it over the center, and it's also great for blending into your concealer. And it's also great for around the brows. You're really able to not mess up the brows that I already did. So this is one of my favorite ways to apply foundation and one of my favorite foundation brushes from the MŌDA line. So for my highlight, we're going to be using a few different products. The first being the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Mist. This is really going to help to make the illumination pop on the skin. So I'm going to give my skin a spritz now. Shake it up. And I'm going to spray this onto one of the brushes as well to really make the highlight pop. The highlight we're working with is Golden Flower Crown. This is from Wet n Wild. This is part of their Mega Glow Highlighting Powder Collection. And I'm going to be using the Royal & Langnickel MŌDA Highlight and Glow BMD 265 brush to apply this product. Now I'm going to be moistening the brush just a little bit. A few little mists go a long way. And I'm going to dip it into the highlight while it is still moist. Now I like to focus on my orbital bone, which is the area that goes right around the eye, and then blend out. I feel like I get the most diffused glow. So concentrate and then blend, just because I find that it really helps to give that very noticeable, very metallic glow. And it's one of my favorite looks for the holiday, is having that extreme glow, because I feel like it really brings a lot of brightness to the face. As you can see, I'm very liberal with it. I like to have a lot of glow during the holiday season. Using the Royal & Langnickel MŌDA Domed Shadow Brush, BMD 410. I'm going to be applying that also into the highlight using just the tip. And I'm going to be applying that underneath the brow bone just to add a cohesive highlight. For my contour, I'm going to be applying Christopher Bucknell. This is the Light Matte Warming Powder. And this is going to add just a slight, very slight contour to this look. And I'm going to be using the Royal & Langnickel. This is the Contour Brush BMD 120. I'm applying very lightly. I do not want too much of a defined contour. I want this to be very bright and light. The only darkness that should be on the face is the smoky eye look. You can warm up this look a little bit by applying some of the contour to your forehead. Now lastly, I'm going to be applying Nude by Nature. This is the translucent setting powder, and I'm going to be applying a little bit to the center of my forehead as well as right below where I applied my contour. I'm going to be using the Royal & Langnickel. This is the MŌDA Multi-Purpose Powder Brush BMD 101. So I'm going to lightly tap into the translucent powder, definitely tap off any excess, and then I'm going to be applying that right below my contour. And to my forehead. This is really going to help to reduce shine as well as keeping your makeup last longer. A lot of people tend to bake underneath their eyes exclusively, but I feel like if you're doing a more metallic glow, it takes away from it. So I'm keeping this metallic, whereas I'm keeping right below my contour matte as well as the center of my forehead. So we're going to wait 5 minutes and then we're going to dust it off. Using the same powder brush, you're going to lightly dust away all of that translucent powder. Make sure you are thorough, because if you're not, you're going to get that flashback. For the lips, we're going to be using two different products. First, we're going to start with the Kat Von D. This is the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Aisha. So while this dries, I want to give you guys my last and final piece of advice for this video, and that's don't be afraid to ask for help. You'd really be surprised at how acquaintances and even strangers are willing to help someone during the holiday season. Just turning to someone while you're getting a coffee at Starbucks, or shopping in your local grocery store, or even riding public transit, you'd be surprised at how you can start a conversation and how beneficial that conversation can be, especially if you've been feeling lonely this holiday season. Now, of course, some strangers are going to be nasty, and that comes with the territory of talking to random strangers. However, if you do encounter someone that's nasty, take it with a grain of compassion. Maybe they're going through the same thing you are, or something way worse. Don't feel offended. If that doesn't work for you, you can always volunteer, especially during the holiday season. Lots of places are looking for extra hands and extra help. Volunteer at your local homeless shelter, food bank, or even old age home. Helping someone during the holiday season can make you feel a lot less alone, and you'd really be brightening up someone's day. You may still be lonely, but at least you've made a positive and meaningful contribution to your community, and while you're helping, it's possible that you can make connections while there. So now we're going to finish this look with Glitter Fix. This is from Maybelline, and it's in the shade Pink Smoke. And I'm going to put this right over my lip. You know, the holidays are all about that glitz and glow, and I'm trying to show you guys that not only can you get glitz and glow to your face, but you can get glitz and glow to your soul, your community, and just, you don't have to feel negative, down. You don't have to be beaten down by those negative vibes this holiday season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys found it easy to follow. And I also hope that you guys enjoyed the theme, the message, all my advice and tips, because I really want you guys to have an amazing holiday season. And I know that's not always easy for everybody. Once again, I want to encourage you guys to find joy and peace in the little things, even if it is just a makeup routine. Sometimes putting a little shimmer in your eye and a little bit of glitter on your lips can brighten your whole day. Take that time out for yourself. Give yourself some me time, and remember that your emotional well-being is important. And most importantly, I just want to remind you guys that you are not alone, and there's always someone there to listen. Please be sure to give the National Hopeline Network a call at 1-800-273-TALK, or any of the other hotlines that are in my info section. They are there to help you through any issue that you may be going through. I do want to make the disclaimer to you guys that I am not a licensed professional. All of the advice that I'm giving you is based on personal experience and research that I've done independently. I am not a counselor, psychiatrist, or psychologist. I do urge you that if you're feeling down, depressed, or any other way during the holiday season, that it may be beneficial to meet with a therapist in your area or call one of the hotlines I mentioned before. On a more positive note, if you guys enjoyed this look, please be sure to give me a like and leave me some comments. If you aren't already, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you're hitting the bell so you can be notified of any new videos I may be posting. I have 3 more videos in this series, and the next one I think you guys are really going to enjoy. It's called Ray of Light, and it's going to be dealing with seasonal associated depression. And I know that doesn't sound exciting, but when you see the look that I have coming for you guys, I think you'll think differently. Plus, it's a good topic that I think we should discuss, especially during this time of year. So hit the bell so you can be notified for when it goes live. And guys, if you aren't already, please head over to Instagram. I have some brand new posts up today. I have a few pictures and a little video clip so you can see this video. and a video clip so you can see the tutorial in a quick condensed 60-second clip on Instagram, as well as some shots of this look so you can get a closer look of it. So please head over to @RecycledStardust on Instagram and give me a follow there. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I was featuring MŌDA brushes, which are my favorite brushes ever because they are so amazing. They apply makeup flawlessly. I love the different textures. I love the different collections. You guys absolutely should check it out. There'll be a link in the info section below. And once again, if you want to save some money, use my promo code RecycledStardust. You will see it. You will save some money off your order. So if you'd like to include some brushes in a stocking stuffer, or just buy a kit for yourself, they're super affordable and they're a great way to expand your brush range. And these are better than some of the highest end brand brushes that I've tried, and I've tried a lot of high-end brushes. So guys, check it out. I think you guys are really gonna love them. And as always, thank you so much for watching.